Northern California Frisbee Festival, staged by a San Francisco radio station, drew Frisbee fanciers from all over the western U.S. The man in charge was Tom McRann, current world-class Frisbee champion. Tell me about the events here today.
Well, Steve, right here we have the amateur events, and there's people who are welcome to participate in the amateur events. However, down the end of the meadow here over in the polo fields, we have the professional events where there's world champions from all over the country competing in distance and freestyle and Frisbee golf.
How does somebody become a professional in Frisbee?
Well, I know, it sounds strange. I would be a good one to answer that question. Yeah. I was like the third professional player in existence. The first two were John Kirkland and Victor Malafronte. They toured with the Harlem Globetrotters about 5 years ago. I came in and apprenticed with them at that point and became a professional. Basically, it's doing demonstrations and exhibitions, showing people how to play, teaching classes, and directing and running tournaments.
You know, some people would consider it almost goofy to take something like Frisbee this seriously.
I think the key point here is that Frisbee was a frivolous toy game, and it still is. However, it's evolved into a sport and recreation.
All men's masters report to the distance field right now. This is at the finals.
Perhaps the purest event is the distance throw. No complicated rules, just rear back and throw it as far as you can. Officially, the distance record stands at 444 feet, although once a spectacular throw aided by a light wind carried 538 feet, almost the length of 2 football fields. Don the Rocket Hoskins?
That's right.
How come they call you the Rocket?
My past performances in some of the Frisbee tournaments, for a little guy, happened to throw it pretty far.
What's the secret to getting distance on a throw?
Well, it's not really size or strength anymore, but it's a combination of both strength and technique. Mm-hmm. It's come down to where technique, I weigh 135 pounds, mm-hmm. and I can throw it 115, 20 yards at my longest throws, and I think it's technique.
So do you throw it with your arm, or is there like a body snap involved in it?
Most of the players that throw really far distance will have a real good run-up. A run-up, and then you plant yourself at the line, and you use your arm, you use your shoulders, and you use your hips to transfer the energy of your run-up into a momentum and getting a snap at the bottom.
If we could package that, friends, there would be no energy crisis. Probably the most popular of the professional events is the freestyle competition. Teams of 2 or 3 people flow through a choreographed routine of catches and throws, interspersed with bits of juggling, Frisbee style.
You judge it on 4 different categories: difficulty, presentation, execution, and variety. So you combine those 4 things, and flow is also involved a lot too.
To be as good as these guys out here, takes hours and hours and hours of practice?
Years, yeah. Literally, yeah. Takes an incredible amount of time to master, like the basic components that you use in freestyle, and then to be able to put them together into combinations, and then to make them look easy is even harder.